All righty. We are recording. So, really quick team call. Delta Fire team call for, I don't even know what month this is. April? Is it April? I don't know.
April. It's still April.
Something like that. It's springtime. And we just had Spring Super Saturday. We'll go with that. Spring Super Saturday announcements because nobody knows what the heck is going on these days. So anyway, we've got some really cool, I think, anyway, stuff coming out. I had no idea about any of this stuff except for France, of course, which, I mean, wow, big whoop for me. Like, I don't know, it doesn't excite the crap out of me, but for some people it's amazing. But a lot of these new products, like, I didn't have a clue about. So I'm really excited. Just want to make sure everybody is filled in and can get the information. So one of the really big things, I had these listed somewhere in order, but as far as launch date, but this list is not in order. So I don't know where that went. It is in order on the team page though. In our cover photo, it's listed by launch date. But one of the big things is, I thought I had a Shakeology shaker, but I don't. Salted caramel is going to be our summertime flavor. I'm super excited. I know. It's going to be so good. I do not know of anybody. Where'd Tanya go? There, she came back. I don't know of anybody personally, like personal friends that have tasted it yet, but I have seen videos from everybody at corporate, and apparently it's amazing. I mean, of course they would say it's amazing, but sure, it's salted caramel. It's got to be really good, right? I think it'll be along the lines of peppermint mocha as far as deliciousness and numbers and all that kind of stuff. So that will come out June 23rd. Very same structure as our other limited edition launches, the pumpkin spice, the peppermint mocha, as far as it's the box of 14 individual packets, the same price, all that kind of stuff that it has been. So all that's the same. Nothing's changing there. Let's see. Alana has a new book coming out. I don't remember the name of it. But anyway, the thing that excites me about Alana's stuff and To Be Mindset stuff is that she is coming out with, it's going to be called the Mindset Menu on Beachbody On Demand. So it will be very similar to what Fixate is as far as the cooking show for Ultimate Portion Fix with Autumn. And Alana's going to have one called Mindset Menu. And I think that'll be a great addition to Beachbody On Demand, whether you're somebody that follows To Be Mindset or not. I mean, all the recipes are amazing, you know, to be able to pull from more sources and help our customers even more and all that. So I think that'll be a really good addition to Beachbody On Demand. I'm excited about that. I can't remember. I think it comes out. I don't remember when it comes out. If anybody knows, feel free to holler in, but jump in or put it in the chat or something like that. I think it's fairly soon though. And then this is a performance supplement. May 18th, Energize Mixed Berry. That probably will be really good, I think. I don't know what it tastes like yet, but sounds yummy. So that will be available soon, less than a month. So then we'll be able to pick from 3 different flavors of Energize and mix and match. Another really cool thing coming out, it looks like the date I have written down is July 13th. I'm not sure if that is a for sure date, but I know it will be sometime in the summertime in July, is that Bevy, which is like a green tea type beverage that you add into your water. So in my mind, I'm thinking for all those people, and this might be dating me, but that used to use like Crystal Light, like all the time. Like I remember drinking Crystal Light all the time, and this would be a replacement for that kind of thing. You know, you don't need flavor additives and all that stuff that you put in your water anymore. Like just pour some Bevy in. There's going to be a pomegranate berry flavor and a lemon flavor. It's only 15 calories. It will come in I think it's a tub of 40 servings. It's either a tub or maybe it's individual packets. I can't remember, but 40 servings, it will be $49.95 retail. So Coach price will, of course, be 25% less than that. It's got green tea in it, phytozols in it from green tea. It's got fiber. It's got brewer's yeast peptides. So all kinds of, you know, really good additives, things to put in your water, right? to give it some flavor. Great to sip in the summertime by the pool, that kind of thing, if you need to change things up. So I think that's kind of a cool addition. That's something different that I didn't have any idea that they were doing. I think it's pretty neat. France pre-launch is May 27th. There is a lot of information on France stuff in the Beachbody Champions page. If you're one that like is following that big time, I'll be totally honest, I have done nothing as far as France goes. And I really don't plan to right now, to be totally honest. But I know some people have really good contacts in France and, you know, great networking opportunities there and people that they already know there and that sort of thing. And if you're one of those people, like, jump on it, you know, and get them on board for sure. But go to the Champions page. You can find info about the France launch there. Pre-launch is May 27th. Let's see. The two biggest things. One is Megan's new program, #MFB, Muscle Burns Fat. I'm actually really, really excited about that. And I had no idea what was coming for our summertime program. And I did know that they were working with Megan on something, but I had no idea what it was. I love that it is really going to target increasing metabolism. It's going to be 2 3-week programs. So in my mind, I'm thinking kind of like, you know, 21 Day Fix is 3 weeks, then you go to Fix Extreme for 3 weeks. Same kind of concept, except obviously a totally different program itself. But I love that it's going to be 3 weeks of the regular one, and then you move on to the Muscle Burns Fat Advanced for 3 weeks. I think that's great because people can commit to 3 weeks. It's not scary, you know. I mean, it's 3 weeks. That's it. The bod rope I think will be really cool. The cordless jump rope that comes with it. That looked awesome in the promo video. Targeting, you know, working on building muscle, losing fat. It's got music to it. Everything is to the tempo of the music instead of having to count reps. If y'all know me at all, you know I love things to music. I think it just helps you like stay on track with the trainer, you know, when you've got a rhythm that you're following. You do need light, medium, and heavy weights, and then your bod ropes that I'm sure will come in a pack with it. The coach launch will be July 7th. Coach like sneak peek window is the 7th through the 26th of July. And that is, I think it's really cool the way they're doing that. It is basically Megan practicing with the cast for those 3 weeks. That's what we're going to see. And those are the workouts that we're going to be doing. So it's going to be, they're going to be essentially practicing the Muscle Burns Fat 3-week program during that coach launch. And then on the 27th, everything launches all at the same time. Like it is, if I heard correctly, filmed live. And they actually start on the 27th, which is our VIP access start date, which is really cool, I think. And I had been debating in my head, like, okay, am I going to start groups actually on the 27th, like on launch day, or am I going to wait a week or two? But if they're actually, like, if they're really truly starting live filming on the 27th, I kind of feel like that's a really cool thing to jump on. So I want to make sure that that's the case and before we finalize dates and all that kind of stuff. But I think it's going to be really neat. And I will say last, what was it? October, November, when we had that Diesel Nation leadership retreat in Orlando last year, Megan was there with us and she was the one that did live workouts with us every morning. And I liked her in Clean Week and all. I mean, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, she's the best trainer in the world, right? But I mean, it was just Clean Week. She kicked our tails during live workouts every morning at that retreat. And they were incredible. And they weren't like super complicated, but they were very boot camp style. And I don't know, they were just really good. And getting to know her like as a person and sit there and just hang out with her and talk to her, she's really cool. And she knows her stuff. Like she is a legit trainer. Not that any of our trainers aren't, but to say that, you know, she's younger than all the rest of them and all that kind of thing. I mean, she's really good. Like she knows her stuff, you know, and she was just a really cool person to hang out with and to get to know and to be around and that kind of thing. So I don't know. I guess I'm saying that just because I'm really excited about her. I think for me, it really helps to know the background of the trainer a little bit, you know, and just kind of feel like you're connected to them some sort of way. So Once they start having calls with Megan about this, definitely get on those calls, listen to everything she's got to say about the program, because I think it's going to be really, really good. And to see her in the pools there in her little tiny bikini too. I mean, she's got a freaking amazing body, right? So she's doing something right for herself, at least. The other really big announcement that starts like in a couple days is BOD groups. And I have watched a couple trainings on this. It looks really cool. I'm going to dig into, Kim Carver did another, like a question and answer thing in the round table. I think it was yesterday, and I have not had a chance to watch it yet. So I want to watch that tomorrow, and kind of pass on some things to you guys, whatever I learn in it. Because I think it was just in the round table. I don't think it was one that they did in the champions page. So anyway, it's going to be a really cool platform. They are going to be, I guess, cutting access to My Challenge Tracker app this weekend as BOD Groups launches. And they're supposed to kind of switch. Like if you have a group running in the My Challenge Tracker app, it's supposed to switch over to BOD Groups. But just in case there are any tech issues, you know, like you might want to give your people in your My Challenge Tracker groups like a heads up. Hey, we're switching to BOD Groups. There might be some glitches for a couple of days. We'll get this figured out. Like just give people a heads up, you know, because it's a pretty big platform switch. Like something's bound to have a few issues and kinks in it. But I think it's gonna be really cool because there will still be the website portal side like we do with My Challenge Tracker to set everything up. But then you go in through your Beachbody On Demand app on your phone or computer or whatever, and you know, act like a coach and just talk to your challengers, almost like a Facebook group feed is what it looks more like, which I think is really cool. I like that it connects to our websites, like our Beachbody created websites. Blah, blah, blah. I can't talk. Connects to Share a Cart. So if you see somebody in there, you know, asking about Energize, one of your customers or whatever, here, you can set them up a Share a Cart, like right from in that app, and it's connected to you. It's going to be really, really cool. Logging and tracking features have been updated. So anyway, I think it's going to be something that's really neat. I'm going to start my first group on May 4th. Y'all know I cannot start something new on a Saturday. Like that just does not work in my brain. I want to have time to like set it up that first week and play with it and figure it out. And so my first group is going to be on the 4th. And I know Becca and Suzanne and I are starting with 80-Day Obsession, and we're kind of going to launch that in there. Of course, you know, our groups are open to anybody in the team, as you know, always, same as Facebook groups and everything. But if you guys have like a group, and I'm totally just throwing this out there, I'm not saying that y'all have to do this, but like I know Holly and Amy and Julie, you know, work really well and really closely together. If y'all wanted to do, you know, your own BOD group or whatever, I mean, go for it. Like however anybody wants to do it. We can all be in one big one, or people can have their own little groups that they're, you know, like used to working in with people. Or people can totally have their own, you know, that is just their people too. So there's just a lot that we'll be able to do with it. Ooh, that sounded funny. But anyway, I think it's going to be exciting, and that's pretty much all the announcements that I have. So if anybody's got questions or other things that they've heard that they want to add or anything, go for it. Holly, do you have something?
Yes, I'm trying to get my dog to stop barking so I could talk.
Hey, we're good with barking dogs.
Okay, so quick question. In my challenge tracker group, Amy's for sure in there, and I think Julie is. Does that mean that when it rolls over, I mean, what does that really mean when there's other coaches in my group that may want to have their own group? How does that roll over? And like, I'm in one of Gina's groups in Florida.
Yeah. My understanding, and this is why, like, I think we're going to need some time to play with it and figure it out. You know, my understanding is that you can still have, like, say you owned the group, Holly, you know, if you're the one that starts it on the BOD group,
Okay.
you can still have like Amy and Julie as admins.
Okay, good.
In your BOD group, you know, so I think that part will be the same essentially as my challenge tracker. Am I echoing twice for y'all? It's really annoying. Okay, hang on. Hear me? Okay, sorry. I can't handle echoing in my ear. It drives me insane. I feel like I have voices talking in my head. But yeah, that should be, oh, but I can't hear you guys now. Okay, there we are. It should end up working out the same, because if all those clients rolled over, at least if the 3 of you were still in the new bod groups as coach admins, you should all still be able to, you know, talk to everybody. The thing that I would be really careful of, and this is what I haven't learned quite enough about, and it might be something we just like this, say a link. Oh, what is up with my sound? Say you sent a link to that share a cart that's in bod groups. I don't know which ID it's going to be. You know, that makes sense.
I didn't catch any of that. Did anyone else?
No, your sound was breaking up really bad.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what's up, because it's just random when it does it. Maybe I'm too close. No, I was saying the thing that I would worry about is if you sent a share cart through your bod group, I don't know whose coach ID it's going to connect it to.
That's what I was wondering, because some of Amy's customers are in my challenge tracker group and they post there every day because they like the data. But when it switches over, I don't want them to be connected to me. They need to be connected to her.
Right.
So that's where I got a little confused, and I couldn't find anything about that addressed in the FAQs.
I haven't seen a definite answer either. And I think that's one of those things we might just have to just be really careful about, you know, until we figure it out. You know, say if you know one of Amy's customers wanted Energize, just make sure that the credit goes to Amy. You know what I mean? I mean, because we can always switch it if something happens, glitches like that. But yeah, we need to figure out how that works with the link sending if you do have multiple coaches in a group. I'm not sure.
Right, because if you can do a share cart from a group and there's several admins, you'd have to really check the numbers at the end of the share cart link.
Right.
Okay.
And there might be an option to, you know, like make sure you're picking which coach it's coming from or whatever. I mean, I don't know. I think I just haven't seen it actually in action yet. So I'm not sure.
My favorite feature that I've seen so far is that you can put a video in it where you couldn't in my challenge tracker easily without going through YouTube, and it was just time consuming.
Yeah. Or they were like super short. I think you could do what, like 30 seconds or 1 minute clips or something with one of the updates, but still.
And now you'll be able to go live.
Yeah. And we've been asking for that in my challenge tracker for a long time. A long time. Like, y'all have got to make this better. If you want us to use it, you got to make it better. So
the advertising part where you get to put it on, you put it somewhere where you can advertise your group. Does that mean you're competing against other coaches to draw people to you? I didn't understand that part.
No, the way that I took it, like, you know how Beachbody has our websites that they make for us that we like or use?
Right.
But when you set your groups up, it actually looks really cool because they will show on that website page. So to me, it made it seem like it would be really useful for leads that have been led to you and given to you as their coach anyway. And then if they on the website, they can see what groups you have running or running or anything like that.
Right. Okay.
And you can share that page like, if you wanted to share that website. You can kind of direct people more to the group, but you can share the direct group link too. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I have another question.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
Okay, so this
make my computer.
This is jumping back to the Bevy drink.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was on the Super Saturday weekend, Saturday, whatever thing it's called, they were talking about how it's an appetite suppressant. And at first that rubbed me the wrong way because that makes me think of Plexus and all those fat blockers You can eat like crap and take this pill and it'll wash it all through you or block it.
And I thought it was funny he was saying to do it after you eat too.
Okay, so that's where I got confused. So I started
Yeah.
doing some research, you know me. And brewer's yeast, I think, is the appetite suppressant they're referring to. Do you know anything to that?
I don't know any specifics, no.
Because I know a lot of athletes will sprinkle brewer's yeast over their dinner, but that's really all I know about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never used it. I've heard of people using it a lot, but
Yeah.
I never have. I don't remember him saying appetite suppressant, but I was probably doing 5 other things as I was listening. So
I have it in my notes, and then I went on, Erin Chick had a wrap up right after it, and I jumped on hers. I was just a fly on the wall, didn't say a peep, but she mentioned the appetite suppressant too, but didn't talk about the nutritional, what makes it an appetite suppressant. My mind is a gotta know the details kind of mind.
Yeah.
Just in case a customer asks me, well, why is it an appetite suppressant? I want to have an answer.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting that it had fiber in it. And to me, that could make a bit of a difference. I mean, if you're getting I'm sure it's a small amount, but a little bit of extra fiber.
Yeah.
You know,
because it couldn't have a texture like the psyllium husks, like fibers couldn't be like that.
I wouldn't think so. Yeah. And
But
I kind of
Light too.
do what?
And I thought of Crystal Light too.
That's the only other thing like that I ever used to drink. And I drank a lot of Crystal Light back in the day.
I just switched to stevia drops because they come in so many flavors.
I don't put anything in my water now. I haven't for years, so it'll be weird, but it'll be good to have like, you know, another option in the summertime.
I think, hand up here, I think too, like the people that go buy, they go get those Herbalife shakes. They also buy, they're called like Bobo teas. So they get a shake and they get a tea. And that's what it made me think of, because I went there with my sister-in-law after we went to CrossFit. She spent $28 on a shake for her and a shake for her daughter and a tea.
Like just 2 individual shakes and a tea. It was $28.
Shakes and a tea. She spent $28, and she goes there every day after CrossFit.
Do you tell her about shake?
Yeah, she doesn't want to mess with making it herself.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
But I mean, that's
a
what
lot
it
of
made
money.
me think of, because there's also like a local place down here that's doing it. And so everybody I see, they get a shake and they get this tea, which they get 2 things. They don't even just get a shake. They get both.
Well, hey,
Maybe.
the only reason I haven't chimed in yet is because we're watching the NFL draft and it's really loud. So it's on mute, but I asked him to mute that so I could say this. So you got to think of all the people like my mom, who was the 80s tab girl, who would buy anything that would be an appetite suppressant as a tea. So I honestly picked up the phone the minute I saw the thing and I called my mom. She's like, "Ew, I want that. When is it? When is it?" And I knew it's her age group that is going to literally like freak out over that. But in the long run, brewer's yeast, yes, that is just going to make you full, but it's not going to make you gain weight. It's just going to make you feel fuller, and then the fiber will help. I just want to say.
Yeah.
I'm just chiming in right now because I don't want y'all to hear my background noise.
I think you're right, though, people like our parents' age, because I know my mom and a lot of people like her, they were so used to drinking, you know, sweet tea all the time, like all day long. They don't drink water, they drink tea, you know, and
No sugar water.
Yeah, I'm always fussing at my mom, like, you have got to drink water. She would kill me if she knew that I was about to say this, but she like is not very regular at all. I'm like, you don't drink water like ever, Mom, ever. You know, you have to drink. And do what?
They don't listen to us.
Well, no, they don't. But I'm thinking,
They like to have that little packet that says you'll lose weight if you drink this. That's all
Yeah.
they want. And my mom was 30 in the 80s.
mhm.
And I swear this bevy drink is like the 80s child.
It even looks like it. Like
Yeah.
the
it does.
images. Like, oh my gosh.
So, I mean, I swear, like when I worked for Slimgenics, though, we had a packet of something called Thermo Boost, which
Mhm.
was Energize and Bevy mixed together. It was an appetite suppressant and an energy drink in one packet.
Mhm.
You can only have 3 a day, you know.
Golly. That's where you get your 3 Energizes a day from. No.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, like, to me, this is very exciting because I know there's a lot of women out there that are like really gonna dig this. Like,
Mhm.
I know if you really dig into what an appetite suppressant really is, it's adding more fiber and it's just helping you like curb cravings. But when they hear that, and there's some people that just will not do the research.
Mhm.
And when they see that, it's and you can back it up with healthy nutrition information, it's a win-win. And
Well,
these people are, yeah.
that and the fact that some appetite suppressants that
Are terrible.
many companies have are horrible, like chemically
Yeah.
not healthy. And at least this is all, I mean, this is all healthy ingredients. Some extra fiber and ingredients.
And all of us can feel comfortable saying,
Yeah.
this is a healthy version of an appetite suppressant. Like, there is so much out there, and this is not the market, you know.
Mhm.
So I'm muting myself again.
Anybody
To
else?
me, it's
want
like Tang back in the
Oh, I drank the heck out of Tang too back in the day. Stuff was amazing.
it's
I
like
still-
the first thing astronauts took up, I think.
I remember that tub. You'd screw the whole big cap off, and
Boring.
it was so good. Yep. Oh my goodness. Sorry. I just looked down. I see Tanya's Miller Lite sitting in the screen. That's awesome. Last time it was her fire pit. Now it's her Miller Lite.
Bubba was waving there a second ago.
Oh, was
too.
he? Oh, there he is. Hi. Oh goodness.
He's got his Miller Lite.
Oh.
Did you want to, are we still recording?
Yeah. Do y'all want to say anything else or ask any other questions or anything like, business wise? Nope.
I have mindset menu. I wrote down 1st of May.
Okay. So that's super.
Oh,
soon.
that's soon. Yeah.
I was thinking it was
And-
soon
2 recipes per week,
per week. Mm-hmm.
but they will go out to the mindset membership people first. So we are getting them way later, which how would we know any different if we're not in it?
Right. And that was the same with Ultimate Portion Fix, like the master, whatever that membership was called. Can't even remember.
Like 4 months later.
Yeah. I mean, they're still going to be on there, So I think it'll be cool.
I have an announcement to make.
Yes.
Bubba has been doing 10 rounds. He's lost over 15 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been awesome. What was he?
Good job, Bubba.
Wow. Congrats.
That was day 2 of week 4.
Day 2 of week 4.
Oof.
Dang.
4 is when it starts
Yeah.
getting hard.
That's awesome. In like 3 weeks, essentially.
Me as I have not. I'm 40. I've lost inches though.
Hey, inches count. Inches totally count. That's awesome. Tell him congrats. Congratulations.
What do you say?
I can hear him.
Just ignore him.
All righty. Well, I'm going to, unless anybody has anything else, I'm going to stop the recording and then we can just hang out and chat. So, okay, let's see. Hang on. We'll stop this. Bye, guys. Team call's over.